So this is the top 5 best loadouts in Modern Warfare 3. For each of these class ups, I'm going to give you guys 2 versions so it's easier for you. Starting out, we're going to use the Striker because this thing is absolutely meta. It's the best SMG in the game. The first thing you want to put on is the Colossus Suppressor. It's undetectable by radar and you get a recoil boost at the cost of some aim down sight speed. Now with this build, don't worry about the reduction of aim down sight speed because everything is going to get taken care of. And you don't need an increase of damage range just because it's going to hurt the recoil, and this thing already has fantastic damage range. Next, I put on the Striker Recon Long Barrel for bullet velocity and range, and aiming out stability at the cost of hip fire and tac stance spread, sprint to fire speed, and aim walking speed. Trust me, this isn't a big deal, and we're still going to compromise and fix these things very shortly. Now, this is one of the biggest factors about this class setup. .45 auto high grain rounds is so powerful and so amazing. It is a game changer for SMGs. You should have them on every SMG. So this helps with no enemy skulls, bullet velocity, and damage range at the cost of some recoil control. Next, I put on the 60 round drum, and the last thing I put on there is no stock. This helps with aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim walking speed, and hip fire and tac stance spread. That part I don't really care too much about. Is pretty much the main 3 that I like. This is so vital. And just to show you guys how amazing this is, look at this. Short range, medium range is amazing. Long range, you're probably gonna have to burst fire a little bit just because it's gonna bounce a little bit, but look how fast that is. It takes no effort at all to use this gun. Now, if you don't want to use this build right here, if you want some more recoil control and maybe some faster ADS, I would switch out the 60 round for 48 or 20 depending on what you're playing, or if you just want to use the base, you can just use the base. 30 is more than enough. And instead of the Colossus Suppressor, what you're going to do is head all the way over to the MW perks, well, attachments, and what you're going to put on is the Brune Pendulum. This will give you no recoil at all. Instead of the no stock, you can put on the RB Critalis Assault Stock. This helps with gun kick control, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. I think this is the best of all worlds, super balanced and very good. Next, I have to show you guys the best assault rifle in Modern Warfare 3. This is the MCW. This thing is amazing. Start out with the 16.5 MCW Cyclone Long Barrel for bullet velocity and range, aiming out on stability and firing aim stability at the cost of tac stance spread, hip fire spread, and aim walking spread. All not a big deal. You don't want to use any other one, trust me. Next, put on the 5.56 NATO high grain rounds for bullet velocity and damage range at the cost of some recoil control. This has no recoil as it is, so a little bit of reduction is not going to be a big deal. 60 round drum. Now, you would think that the 40 would be more optimal, but I didn't notice much of a difference between 40 and 60 in regards to mobility and handling, so that's why I chose 60. You might as well have more bullets if it's not going to change that much. RB Claw PSL grip for firing, aim stability, gun kick control, and recoil control at the cost of aiming out of sway. And last but not least is personal preference. I have the slate reflector, but I honestly really like the MK3 reflector. Now for this, I don't really have any alternative. You can take off the magazine and put on a laser if you guys want to, or you can just put on a muzzle. Like if you want a silencer, you can use the Shadow Strike suppressor or probably the HM Res mod suppressor because this helps with bullet velocity. Everything else I don't really recommend. I mean, you can use the sonic suppressor as well. I just think that the recoil might be a little dicey, but it's completely up to you, whichever one you want to use. These are all very good options. Just show you how no recoil it is. This thing is amazing, takes no effort to use. It's just a perfect assault rifle to use. Next is the Holger. This, in my opinion, is the actual best fully auto assault rifle. Now, everyone loves the MCW, but the Holger just does something. Like, it's different. It has more power, it kills quicker, and in my opinion, it's the best overall. So I put on the Silent Fire XG6 for undetectable by radar, firing aim stability, bullet velocity, and recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed, aiming out of sway, damage range, and aim walking speed. Now, what you'll notice is the damage range reduction is not even noticeable. Like, if you look at damage right now, you'll see that there's practically no reduction. That's why I put it there. There's not really a serious reduction in damage range, even though it says it is. Next, I put on the 5.56 NATO high grain rounds for bullet velocity and damage range at the cost of recoil control. 40 round mag. If there was more, I would put on more, but I think this is enough. I mean, 40 really does get the job done pretty well. RB Adel Assault Stock for recoil control and gun kick control at the cost of aim down sight speed. And I put on the MK3 reflector. This is very, very nice for this gun, and I'm going to show you how powerful it is. So just so you guys see in the firing range, it takes practically no effort to use this gun. I would say it's actually better than the MCW, and it took less effort. This is me barely aiming in with it. Like, well, not aiming in, but barely like holding down my thumbstick. So this thing is just an absolute beast of an assault rifle. That's why I think it's actually better than the MCW, but it doesn't have much discovery yet. Next is the Longbow for all my snipers out there. FSS OLV laser for aiming stability, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed at the cost of the laser being visible in ADS. Trust me, it's not a big deal. I then put on no stock for sprint to fire speed, movement speed, aim walking speed, and aiming out of sway. Now this gets rid of gun kick control, recoil control, aiming out of sway, and flinch resistance significantly. But the beautiful thing about this gun is there's no recoil at all. So even if this has no stock and all those cons, they don't even matter because this thing does not move. Next, I put on the Knot Z3 grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of gun kick control and recoil control. I see a lot of people using the demo 650 grip for aim down sight speed and aim walking speed. I'm not going to use aim walking speed, so I figured what was the point of that, and these just, they're pointless to have on there too. The Knot is sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, so I just thought it was better than this. I put on the 10 round mag for aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim walking speed, and reload quickness at the cost of some magazine ammo capacity. Now the original is actually 30. In my opinion, you're not going to need 30, but even if you wanted something similar, you can just reload this very quickly. Like, it takes less than a second to actually reload this gun. So you're going to be able to shoot all 10 bullets. Well, I would suggest 9 so you can reload even quicker, and then just reload instantly and keep going. The last thing I put on here is a 7.62 high grain rounds for bullet velocity and damage range at the cost of recoil control. Now, I really highly recommend putting this on. It really helps make the one shots way easier. Here's the end product right here. It literally takes no effort to use. It's just a super easy weapon. So in my opinion, this is something that you should have if you're a sniper or want to be a sniper. It's the easiest weapon you'll ever use. Now, this last weapon is the best weapon in Modern Warfare 3 right now. The DG58 is the best gun in Modern Warfare 3. We're starting out with the Komodo Heavy for horizontal and vertical recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming idle sway. I put on the DG56 LS18 barrel for bullet velocity and range, aiming idle sway, gun kick control, and recoil control at the cost of hip fire and tac stand spread, movement speed, aim walking speed, and sprint to fire speed. Not a big deal. I put on the MK3 reflector. This is just my personal preference. You can use anything that you want to. I put on the extended TP9 butt plate for tac stand spread, recoil control, hip fire and tac stand spread, gun kick control at the cost of aim down sight speed, firing aim stability, and aiming out of sway. I mean, there are other ones. I don't really recommend any other ones. I'm happy with this one. If you guys want to use something different, maybe you can use the Soldier Pro padded butt plate. But I think overall this is the best choice. And lastly, I put on the 40 round mag. The DG is just absolutely busted in my opinion. You absolutely need this to get the job done. No matter what game mode, whoever you're playing against, you're going to pop off. And just to prove this, look at this. One burst. Now long range, 2 bursts most likely, but it takes no effort. And you're most likely going to get a 1 burst at those far distances. It really is rare that you get in gunfights like that, but just seeing how easy it is to actually 1 burst with this gun is absolutely vicious. So please try this gun out. You're going to absolutely love it. It's very easy to use, and in my opinion, the best gun in Modern Warfare 3. For my controller settings, this is the basic concept of what I really pretty much use. The aiming, I have my horizontal to 7 while I have the vertical to 5. This helps my shots be a whole lot straighter, where I can basically get some drag scopes in if I really want to. My aim response curve is dynamic. I mean, I didn't really change anything there. The only thing I changed is the ADS sense multiplier, which is the focus. I set it to 0.80. I feel like this gives me stickier aim assist. Now, for keyboard and mouse players, I can't really help you there. The sensitivity multiplier, I didn't really change that. Now, the one other big thing is I put the aim assist type to Black Ops. The Black Ops aim assist is actually so amazing. In my opinion, it actually helps more than the default aim assist. So if you guys want a really good aim assist type, you guys want like stronger aim assist, you guys want to basically have an easier time playing Call of Duty, use the Black Ops aim assist. I don't think anything else really needs to be changed. I mean, I have auto tac sprint. Everything else here is basically personal preference. Slide only for the slide dive behavior. You don't want to have tap, you want to have slide only, because I don't really see anybody dolphin diving in this game. Like, I play against a whole lot of people and I have never seen anyone dolphin diving. So everything else here are my settings. If you guys want to copy them down, feel free.